Hello, my name is Akram Abulham.
Hi, I'm Baha Awadala.
My name is Lois Chang.
I'm John Kwok. I'm Prasad Prasad. And I'm Rick Bagdasarian. We are the AIDS Education Awareness Group.
So, let me get started by telling you that our goal with this program is to do our part in the fight against HIV in South Africa, primarily by targeting South Africa's education system. By targeting the schools, we will be helping to safeguard South Africa's future generations. Our mission is to dramatically decrease the rate of HIV infections in 25 to 41-year-olds, the age bracket with the most AIDS-related fatalities. Rather than using a classical method of contacting families directly or throwing lavish and expensive fight against HIV events or by direct contact, we are using a new method, a method in which we will be targeting some of the children's primary care and educational resources, their teachers. Our program's primary initial approach will be to instate new prerequisites in different universities in South Africa for students studying child education. After the prerequisites are put into effect, we will set up an Educating in AIDS and Other STDs course, which will educate future teachers on the diseases, as well as showing them different approaches to educating children on the dangers of unsafe sex practices and educating them on how to prevent infections as well as the infections themselves. Teachers will be appointed for the class as well as required texts. Classrooms will also need a computer and projector. The key to this program is that this approach is a good starting point for the program because it doesn't require as much initial investment as some other approaches and has the potential to incur great benefits. If strong benefits are seen from this and other groups are willing to invest in our cause, we can expand our program and use other techniques or even start other programs with completely different goals. This will be a long-term project with potential effects not being seen for at least 5 years and more major effects not being seen for up to 20 years. But due to the low initial investment and the high effectiveness, we hope a lot of investors will be interested in the program and can start quickly and easily. Here I'm going to pass it over to Baha, and he's going to introduce you to South Africa.
Thank you, Rick. Thank you. The population of South Africa is about 50 million people. The largest religion is Christianity, which is about 79%. South Africa is a multilingual country. It recognizes 11 official languages. The most populated province is Gauteng and KwaZulu-Natal. According to AVERT, in 2009, an estimated of 5.6 million people suffered from HIVs and AIDS. Let's talk about the economy. The economy pretty much depends on the minerals and metals such as diamonds, platinum, iron, and steel. In 1970, South Africa produced about 70% of the world's gold. Today it produces less than 15%. The gross domestic product in 2009 was estimated to be 287 billion. Unemployment rate in 2009 was 24%. There are three brands of education: general, further, and higher. The public education system is declining in decimal graduation rates. There's a shortage in teachers. The number is expected to decline to around 94,000 by 2015. In government funding public schools, the average ratio to students to teachers is 32 to 1. Now is lowest to talk about the operational structure.
There will be 2 teachers running the class. Teachers will be teaching at the University of KwaZulu-Natal. The university will provide 4 classes that will be held throughout the week. 2 classes will be on Mondays and Wednesdays, and the other 2 classes will be on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Each class will be an hour and a half long. That course will be counted as 3 credit hours. As for the curriculum, the AIDS and HIV course will contain 3 exams and 1 final exam at the end of the semester. There will also be 2 essays given throughout the semester. Attendance for the class is mandatory or the student will fail unless an absence is excused. The class is mandatory for all students who are trying to pursue a career in teaching. Resources needed for the curriculum are computers and textbooks. The textbook for the course is HIV/AIDS, Global Frontiers in Prevention Intervention by Cynthia Pope, Renee T. White, and Robert Mallow. This textbook comes in both hardcover and paperback. The hardcover is $136.84, and the paperback is $69.95. textbooks will be bought from Amazon.com and will be shipped to the University of KwaZulu-Natal, where students can purchase the textbook at the school bookstore. Approximately 300 books will be purchased. Teachers will communicate with the university by having meetings once a week with the Dean of Education, as well as other professors, in order to update the university about the status of the class. All decisions will have to be approved by the head of the university. Teachers are required to attend all meetings. Now, Musa will introduce the marketing plan to you guys.
Thank you, Liz. Our market campaign is to target the future teachers and African youth in the city of KwaZulu-Natal, as well as South African federal, local governments, mosques, churches, and trade unions. We are presenting two approaches. The first one will be the private donations, and the second one will be corporate donations. We are going to ensure that we will be able to run the program, as well as using corporate donations for educational supplies and unexpected needs. We will also need at most $1 million and at least $250,000. And now I'll go to Akram with financial implications.
I will now present the financial implication of our mission, the fight against HIV. Unlike other organizations, we require a low initial investment, which will result in a great outcome. This will benefit the people and the economy of South Africa. So right here, the first table demonstrates the project costs. The project costs are basically expenses of flight tickets, textbooks, and our office supplies such as computers, desks, printers, and etc. On the table below, you can see it demonstrates office rent and the costs for it. It shows monthly and annual total. And although we are non-profit organizations, we are determined and motivated to fulfill our goal. Therefore, this will be our new life and full-time job. What's shown are moderate salaries based on the cost of living in South Africa. In this chart, it shows the cost of living in South Africa per person. So the sum of housing, utilities, transportation, and other are estimated to be $1,105. So a salary of $1,550 is very reasonable per person to live in South Africa. Total investment is $251,864. That is the amount needed to initiate and maintain our project. I will now have John talk about a limitation.
Okay, so with any project, some bumps and a few obstacles are expected along the way. Although we believe this program will be a great success, we are aware of some of the limitations this program will face, such as the budget or cost, whether the university will want our program, whether the South African government would even want our program, and the range of people we will be targeting. Because we are a group dependent on funds, we will need to budget the cost of this program very carefully. We are estimating the initial amount of around $250,000 to get this program started. And this includes teachers' pay, cost of books, using the classroom, plane tickets, and etc. Budgeting is crucial because we do not have a steady, consistent cash flow like some of the other foundations out there. We also need to be aware if the University of KwaZulu-Natal would even want this program. However, the effect it's going to have on the university and the city of KwaZulu-Natal, the answer will be a definite yes. KwaZulu-Natal has one of the highest rates of AIDS in South Africa, and by implementing this program, it will reduce the rates dramatically. All these people need is the education to help them learn about the dangers of HIV and AIDS and how they can stay protected. The university's reputation will also rise, catching attention from many other universities who will later want this program also. What makes our program different from others out there today is the education we are giving future teachers to pass on to the youth. When people are educated, they become smarter about the choices they make. We are not just giving money, medicine, or counseling, but real education that is priceless. However, our main concern is the range of people we will be educating. Initially, we are starting small, which limits our program to just teachers, but we hope after this becomes successful, we will spread this program to other colleges, other cities, and one day all of Africa.
Okay, well, thank you, John, Lois, Akram, Baha, and Musab. And most of all, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We hope we've inspired you to contribute to our fight against AIDS and our new approach against it. On behalf of the AIDS Education Awareness Group, we thank all of you for your time, consideration, and investment. Have a good day.